Genki Call here. It is the week of January 3rd, 2022. We are in Sin of Mirage this week and in the Soulforge. Ba-dum-ba! We're gonna go look. So, let's see. We've got the Goblin King, whom I personally find incredibly underwhelming. I never use him. I think perhaps he could be useful in some situations. I have never found him to be such myself. This is pretty cool, but in general, this legend is not one I would recommend crafting right offhand. The Bunny Nog does damage to an enemy. If it's a knight, it does double damage, and he has a 50% chance to devour. 50% is pretty high. And 5 times skull damage versus knights. So this could be a fun one to use on, say, a Zul'Goth team in Sword's Edge, where you have a bunch of knights. So 5 times, I never realized it was 5 times skull damage. He does have a little bit of skull damage reduction, and he's got a 50% mana start, so he's not terrible. I should try playing with this guy sometime. Cruark to Dread also has a chance to devour. It's just a devour-themed week, really. 5% chance to devour upon skull damage. If you've ever been devoured by this guy in a delve, then you will feel my pain. Seems like that 5% chance hits a lot when you're delving. But he does damage to the last two enemies. If there are 13 more or more red gems, he summons a random demon. This is another one I generally don't use and not one that I would personally consider crafting if I did not have it. I'll come back to these. Hold on. We've got another legendary here, and that is Gruz the Undefeated. He does damage to an enemy, curses them, and inflicts 2 to 4 stacks of bleed. Now, it has a max of 4. You can't have more than 4 stacks of bleed, but 4 stacks of bleed are going to do 10 true damage every turn. So, bleed is a little more useful than people give it credit for, because I don't think everybody realizes that 4 stacks of bleed are going to do 10 damage every turn. So, anyway, double skull damage versus humans. That's always nice. He has a little bit of skull reduction, gains some mana when an enemy dies. This is another one I generally don't use, and, I'll work on using some of these ones that are less popular, but not right now. Got lots of things planned. So let's go over the mythics now. So the most notable to me are Pharos-Ra and Euryali, which you will have gotten from the title of this and seeing the thumbnail for the video. So Pharos-Ra is the best soul generator in the game because he will give you 150% bonus souls from battle. That doesn't mean that you automatically get those. It just means the maximum that you can earn per battle is increased. And this says give 20 souls. It doesn't mean give 20 souls. It means get 20 souls. So when you cast with him, you're getting 20 souls. I don't know why they use this wording, but he does do damage to one enemy. He transforms gems. His spell isn't that great, to be honest, but this is why people want him. Now, unless you're willing to spend hours and hours grinding vault events and vault keys, he is your best source of souls in the game. Of course, I think that he has been devalued by the Nomapaloozas and all of the vault keys that you can get, because you can get a lot of souls from those vault keys. But he is a fantastic troop as far as getting souls go. And you may notice, well, you can't notice this from here, but I do not have this troop. I've been playing for a year and a half. I still don't have Pharos-Ra, and I have been able to craft Dawnbringer and Duskbringer, which cost 1,200,000 souls each, and I still have over 1.5 million souls. So this isn't a troop you have to have. It did take me a year to get enough souls to get Dawnbringer, but if you're lower level, he's super useful. So let's go over Euryali next because I did mention her. Euryali, I would personally like to have. I do not have her. She does true damage to all enemies. That means she's ignoring their armor, going straight for their life, and boosted by Naga and undead allies. Summon a Bone Naga. She's really good in events because you've got a multiplier. She's really good in delves because you've got a multiplier from your horde and your kingdom level. But the thing that really makes people like Euryali is this third trait, poison all enemies on 4+ gem matches. Why is that a big deal? Poison is no big deal unless they're almost dead. And I'll tell you why. It is because another troop exists that works amazingly with her, and that is Scorpius. Scorpius does lethal damage to poisoned enemies, and he will kill two at once. He hits the last two enemies, and if they're poisoned, they are gone. Insta kill, no questions asked. Um, the only thing you gotta watch is you gotta have something to curse for those that are immune to poison. So, or stun. Um, and the combination of Scorpius and Euryali is amazing. I don't have her yet, and I would like to. However, it is so situational and really would only use her for certain situations. So there are other mythics that I need. Pardon me just a second. Oh my goodness, hold on. I lost my headphones. Sorry about that. Um, There are other mythics that I really want simply to get my power levels up. For instance, Will of Nisha. Not a great mythic, but I need it to get my power level up in Silverglade, which is a magic kingdom. So I really, I'm I'm gonna save my diamonds. You can see I've got over 5,000 diamonds here, but I'm not willing to use them on something that I'll only use occasionally. However, I really would like to have her. All right, let's go over some of the others we've got here. These are always here. All of these, we went over that. So Goth is always here. So that leaves these two, Jotnar and Champion of Anu. We'll do Champion of Anu first. He's going to silent stun, drain all mana from one enemy, then do damage to them and all enemies below them. And he reduces skull damage by 60%, which is pretty good. And then all blue allies gain 1 to stats at the start of each turn. That is something that Scorpius does. He gives all brown allies +1 to stats at the start of each turn. And if you're using uh, a blue troop that is really boosted by magic, for instance, what is the one we were just talking about a little bit ago? Oh, Consort of Darkness. So the Consort of Darkness, I think, uses blue, and he has a chance to insta-kill based upon his magic. And so maybe using Champion of Anu to help boost that magic every turn to get a better chance at doing an insta-kill might be worthwhile. I also do not own him. Now, Jotnar, I just pulled him recently. He will give a random ally a barrier on 4+ gem matches, which is very nice. Love the barriers. And does true damage to an enemy boosted by barriered and giant allies. So, if you're using an all giant team, you've got them all barriered with a ×7 boost ratio. It's not bad. I prefer using troops that do damage to all enemies, generally speaking, or at least to multiple enemies, but I have not actually used him yet, so I can't tell you how I like him. I apologize for that. Now, something important in the weapons. We have a brand new Doom weapon here. I highly recommend that you do not craft this. And the reason why is because it's in the Tower of Doom right now and you can get it for gems instead of diamonds. The diamonds are much harder to come by. You're gonna want to buy multiple levels in the Tower of Doom event anyway, so you might as well get it for free. Don't pay for this twice. Especially Celestials. I mean, don't craft this. Get it in the Tower of Doom event if you can. That is my personal recommendation. As far as other things here, the Doomed Crossbow, awesome. Get this. If you've got the diamonds for it, get this weapon. It is one of my favorite Doomed weapons. Any Doomed weapons that creates Doom Skulls is A+ in my books. Absolutely the best kind of Doomed weapon that you can craft because it doesn't matter if you have it leveled or not. That's only going to affect this damage to all enemies. The thing is about these Doomed weapons that make Doom Skulls is that you're going to wipe them out with the Doom Skulls, even if you don't have it leveled. So absolutely, absolutely recommend crafting this one if you can. Anyway, let's see. I can't believe Trick and Treat is still in here. This was supposed to come out of the Soulforge months ago, actually. Anyway, let's look at others that you can craft. We've got the Keystone, which is one of those 75 diamond cheapo ones. Gain a barrier, give life to an ally, then cleanse and enchant them. It's not a terrible weapon, especially if you're low level. This could be very useful. It could be. And it's only 75 diamonds. If you need a weapon to get your Cinemirage power level up, then this could be very helpful for you. We have more though. There are more here that are cheap. We've got the Scythe of Sin, also 75 diamonds, which is one of those ones that removes gems. It doesn't add to your mana, but it will boost the spell. And if they're from Sin of Mirage, it will do double damage. I might craft this because I need more weapons for Sin of Mirage to get my power level up. Also, we have the Jack-o'-lantern, which inflicts 1 to 4 status effects on an enemy and explodes 4 gems of their color. So it's kind of like the Essence of Evil, just not as powerful. But this is something that you can craft if you don't have the power or the if I could remember, it would help. Essence of Evil. If you don't have the Essence of Evil yet, this could be very helpful. I may, like I said, I'll choose which ones I'm gonna craft off screen. Scythemic Scytheface is another that's 75 diamonds. And choose a color, explode 4 gems of that color, and deal damage to all enemies of that color. That reminds me a little bit of the Grey King, except it's not doing true damage. But it's kind of cool, and it's only 75 diamonds, so I'm going to craft that just because it's funny. I love the name of it. It's only 75 diamonds, and I need a weapon. I probably need 4 weapons from Sin of Mirage, so I'm definitely getting that one. And then the last one here is the Sickle of Sin. Pardon. Deal damage to an enemy boosted by Sin of Mirage allies, then create a mix of 6 red and purple gems for each Sin of Mirage ally. This is very situational, but it can be very helpful in events. If we had an event that I could use this in right now, I would say that it might be good to craft it. As it stands, I am going to craft it just because I need a weapon, as I keep mentioning. But I will leave it at that for the moment. However, there is more. There is one more weapon that will be in the Soulforge tomorrow only during the faction assault on Depths of Sin. I'm clicking on the wrong place. So the Depths of Sin weapon is... Oops, let me try. Meh. Alright, let's see if maybe I don't own it yet. There it is, the 8th sin. I do not own it yet. Pull an enemy and myself to the front, create 6 skulls and 8 more if my life is higher. So this is what you get if you do the faction assault in Depths of Sin, you can get it with gems in the shop instead of using your diamonds on it. But it will be available in the Soulforge and in the Depths of Sin shop tomorrow only. That's Tuesday, January 4th. So if you want it, tomorrow is the time to strike. Anyway, that is my Soulforge video. I will be coming back to you with the Tower of Doom. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye!